Now, there's so much discussion about the food industry, and I want to maybe touch on that just a little bit, but ultra-processed foods are not the foods you make at home, like manipulate at home to cook and to turn into a meal. Those are the ones that are made in a big factory and where machines are extruding ingredients and converting ingredients into forms and shapes like animal crackers, for example, that wouldn't naturally occur in nature, and then add lots of chemicals to them, emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial coloring, artificial flavoring, added sugar. That's another one. Okay. And this is all transparently on the ingredient label, but hidden in plain sight to the consumer. And so ultra processed foods are a choice that many of us have been, I would say, conditioned to make, to reach for because of how we grew up in our society. Something out of a box that tastes really great and it's sweet and it's not very expensive. So maybe your mom bought a lot of it and it's in your pantry, maybe for months and months and months. Like food it's not supposed to last that long. Okay. And it's all engineered for convenience, shelf life, longer it lasts, better it is for consumers, so to speak. That's what they make us believe, or certainly for the grocery store. And it's cheap and it's available. Right. And then it's engineered to really make you crave it. Right. So I don't call it a conspiracy.
Welcome, everyone, to a journey that can redefine how you see the food on your plate and, more importantly, how it impacts your life. Today, we have the distinct privilege of exploring the insightful world of Dr. William Li, a physician and scientist whose work has illuminated the profound connection between what we eat and our overall well-being. He doesn't just offer information, he shares a perspective, a way of understanding the intricate dance between our bodies and the nourishment we provide them. Get ready to discover how seemingly subtle distinctions in our food choices can yield truly life-changing results. Think about the last meal you enjoyed. Was it prepared with simple, recognizable ingredients in your own kitchen? Or did it come in a package, promising convenience and instant gratification? Dr. Li's work often draws our attention to this critical divide, urging us to become more mindful of the origins and the transformations our food undergoes before it reaches our tables. It's not just about calories or basic nutrients. It's about the very essence of what we are putting into our bodies and how it interacts with our intricate biological systems. One area where Dr. Li's insights are particularly illuminating is the crucial distinction between processed and ultra-processed foods. This isn't just a matter of semantics. It's a fundamental understanding that can dramatically shift our approach to eating. We all engage in some level of food processing when we cook at home. Slicing vegetables, baking bread, or stewing meat are all forms of transforming raw ingredients into edible meals. These minimally processed foods retain their fundamental nutritional integrity and often involve simple, recognizable components. Consider the act of making a simple tomato sauce at home. You might take ripe, juicy tomatoes, perhaps grown in your own garden or sourced from a local market, crush them, add some fragrant garlic, a drizzle of golden olive oil, and a sprinkle of fresh herbs. The result is a vibrant, flavorful sauce that retains the inherent goodness of its ingredients. This is processing in its most basic and beneficial form. It enhances flavor, improves digestibility, and allows us to create nourishing meals. Now, contrast this with a mass-produced, store-bought tomato sauce. While it might bear a superficial resemblance to the homemade version, a closer look at the ingredient list often reveals a different story. You might find a long list of additives, artificial flavors to enhance the taste, artificial colors to make it visually appealing, preservatives to extend its shelf life indefinitely, and perhaps hidden sugars to mask any lack of natural sweetness. The tomatoes themselves might have been grown in vast industrial farms, far removed from the sun-drenched vines of your imagination. Dr. Li emphasizes that ultra-processed foods are fundamentally different. They are engineered in factories, designed not primarily for nourishment, but for convenience, extended shelf life, and most insidiously, to trigger our cravings. These products often bear little resemblance to their original agricultural sources, having been broken down, reformed, and infused with a cocktail of synthetic ingredients. Think about those brightly colored snacks, the instant noodles with their flavor packets, or the frozen meals promising a complete dinner in minutes. These ultra-processed items are often stripped of their natural fiber, vitamins, and minerals, and instead loaded with unhealthy fats, refined carbohydrates, and excessive amounts of salt and sugar. They are designed to be hyper-palatable, to hijack our natural satiety signals, making us want to eat more and more, often without truly satisfying our nutritional needs. Dr. Lee's research underscores how these engineered foods can have a detrimental impact on our gut microbiome, our inflammatory responses, and ultimately, our long-term health. He often uses the analogy of building a house. Minimally processed, whole foods are like the natural building blocks: sturdy wood, strong bricks, and pure water. Ultra-processed foods, on the other hand, are like synthetic materials, perhaps made from recycled waste and held together with questionable chemicals. While they might serve a temporary purpose, their long-term integrity and their impact on the overall structure are vastly different. Dr. Lee encourages us to become detectives in our own kitchens and pantries. He urges us to read ingredient labels with scrutiny, not just looking at the calorie count or the fat percentage, but truly understanding what each listed item is and what purpose it serves. If the list is long and filled with unfamiliar chemical names, it's a strong indicator of an ultra-processed product. He challenges us to ask ourselves, would our grandparents recognize these ingredients? Could we find them in nature? This understanding, Dr. Lee emphasizes, is not about deprivation or adhering to rigid dietary rules. It's about making informed choices that support our health and vitality. By consciously shifting our diets towards more minimally processed, whole foods, we can begin to reclaim our health and reduce our reliance on products that are designed to do the opposite. It's about choosing nourishment over mere consumption. Now, before we delve deeper into practical strategies for navigating the world of food and making these empowering choices a part of our daily lives, we want to foster a supportive community around this vital topic. If you are finding Dr. Lee's insights valuable and are eager to learn more about how to apply this wisdom, please take a moment to like this video. Share it with your friends and family who you believe could also benefit from this knowledge. Subscribe to our channel for more eye-opening discussions and practical tips on health and well-being. And most importantly, we invite you to share your own thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have you noticed a difference when you've consciously reduced your intake of ultra-processed foods? What are some of your favorite minimally processed meals? Your stories and insights can inspire others and help us build a collective understanding of how to nourish ourselves and thrive. Let's embark on this journey together. Building upon this understanding of processed versus ultra-processed foods, Dr. Lee emphasizes the profound impact of our daily choices on our long-term health and longevity. It's not about chasing fleeting trends or adhering to restrictive diets. It's about cultivating sustainable habits that nourish our bodies from the inside out. He often draws inspiration from cultures around the world where longevity is not just a statistical anomaly, but a common occurrence, often linked to simple, time-honored dietary practices. Consider the vibrant tapestry of the Mediterranean diet, a way of eating that Dr. Lee has studied extensively. It's characterized by an abundance of fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds, with olive oil as the primary source of fat. Animal protein, particularly red meat, is consumed in moderation, while fish and poultry are enjoyed more frequently. This isn't a rigid set of rules, but rather a flexible framework that emphasizes whole, minimally processed foods prepared with simple techniques. Think about a typical Mediterranean meal, a colorful salad bursting with seasonal vegetables, drizzled with fragrant olive oil, and a squeeze of lemon juice, grilled fish served with roasted vegetables and a side of whole grain bread, a hearty lentil stew simmered with aromatic herbs and spices. These meals are not only delicious and satisfying, but also packed with nutrients that support our body's natural defenses and promote long-term health. Dr. Lee highlights the synergy of these whole foods, how their various bioactive compounds work together to provide a multitude of benefits. He often shares anecdotes from his travels, recalling the bustling markets filled with fresh produce, the aroma of herbs and spices wafting from home kitchens, and the communal joy of sharing simple meals. These experiences have reinforced his belief that the foundation of a long and healthy life lies in embracing whole, unprocessed foods and savoring the act of eating. It's about reconnecting with the source of our nourishment and appreciating the simple pleasures of a home-cooked meal. Dr. Lee also points to the dietary habits observed in the blue zones, regions around the world where people live significantly longer and healthier lives than average. Whether it's the plant-rich diets of Okinawa, Japan, the emphasis on legumes in Sardinia, Italy, or the traditional corn and bean-based diets of the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, a common thread emerges: a focus on whole, minimally processed foods that have been staples of these cultures for generations. These diets are not about restrictive calorie counting or eliminating entire food groups. They are about abundance and abundance of nutrient-dense plant foods, consumed in their natural state or prepared with simple, traditional methods. Dr. Lee emphasizes that these cultures often prioritize fresh, seasonal ingredients, allowing the natural flavors of the food to shine through. They also tend to avoid the heavily processed, additive-laden products that have become so prevalent in many industrialized nations. He encourages us to adopt a similar mindset in our own daily lives. This doesn't mean we need to completely overhaul our diets overnight, but rather to make gradual, conscious shifts towards more whole and processed options. Start by incorporating more fruits and vegetables into your meals, choosing whole grains over refined ones, and opting for lean sources of protein. Experiment with simple cooking methods that preserve the natural flavors and nutrients of your food. Dr. Lee also stresses the importance of mindful eating. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to eat quickly and distractedly, often while multitasking or scrolling through our phones. This can lead to overeating and a disconnect from the experience of nourishment. He encourages us to slow down, savor each bite, and pay attention to the signals our bodies are sending us. This mindful approach can help us better appreciate the food we are eating and make more conscious choices about what we consume. He often shares a personal practice. Before eating, he takes a moment to appreciate the food on his plate, acknowledging the journey it has taken to reach him. This simple act of gratitude can foster a deeper connection with our food and encourage us to choose wisely. It's about recognizing that food is not just fuel, but a source of nourishment, pleasure, and connection. Dr. Lee emphasizes that this journey towards healthier eating is not about perfection, but about progress. There will be times when we indulge in less healthy options, and that's perfectly okay. The key is to maintain a consistent overall pattern of choosing whole, minimally processed foods as the foundation of our diet. Small, sustainable changes over time can lead to significant improvements in our health and well-being. He encourages us to view this not as a restrictive diet, but as an empowering way of life, a way of nourishing our bodies and minds with the very best that nature has to offer. By understanding the difference between processed and ultra-processed foods and consciously choosing more whole, unprocessed options, we can take control of our health and embark on a path towards greater vitality and longevity. It's about making informed choices that honor our bodies and support our long-term well-being. Ultimately, Dr. Lee's message is one of empowerment and hope. He reminds us that while the complexities of the modern food environment can feel overwhelming, the fundamental principles of healthy eating are often quite simple. By focusing on whole, minimally processed foods, prepared with care and enjoyed mindfully, we can take significant steps towards improving our health and extending our years of vibrant living. It's about making conscious choices that honor our bodies and support our innate capacity for well-being. He encourages us to embrace this journey with curiosity and a spirit of experimentation. Discover new recipes that feature fresh, seasonal ingredients. Explore the vibrant flavors of different culinary traditions that prioritize whole foods. Involve your family and friends in the process, making healthy eating a shared and enjoyable experience. Remember, every small step you take towards nourishing your body with wholesome foods is an investment in your future health and happiness. Dr. Lee's final thought is a call to action, an invitation to take what you've learned today and apply it to your daily life. Start by making one small, conscious change in your next meal. Perhaps choose a piece of fresh fruit instead of a processed snack, or opt for a home-cooked meal over takeout. Notice how your body feels, how your energy levels shift. These small victories can build momentum and inspire further positive changes. And now, as we conclude this insightful conversation, we want to once again extend an invitation to connect and build a supportive community. If you have found this video to be informative and motivating, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with others who you believe would benefit from this knowledge. Subscribe to our channel for more empowering content on health and longevity. And most importantly, please share your own experiences and tips in the comments below. What are some of the practical ways you incorporate whole, minimally processed foods into your daily routine? What challenges have you faced, and what strategies have you found helpful? Your insights can provide invaluable support and encouragement to others on their own journeys towards better health. Let's learn from each other and create a space where we can all thrive. Thank you for joining us on this journey towards a healthier and longer life.